Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what we're talking about today is Black women being professional failures. And this independent, I'm a professional, you failed as a woman. Many Black women have gone on to be professionals in a masculine sense, in the sense of their work, their careers, their this, their that. They've got some money, they've got all of these sorts of things, yet and still they have not managed to be successful women. They haven't managed to be successful women. And what gets lost in translation a lot of times, accidentally on purpose, is that, well, the men don't want women to be professional because they're intimidated by the women being professional. No. It's fine for you to have success professionally. I have success professionally, right? But you still have to maintain your femininity. I got two videos to show you. One is Minister Farrakhan, real short, and the other one is a young lady who demonstrates beautifully what a woman is, what she is in a relationship. So let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen for the first video really quickly. And here we go.
Do you rest his mind, sister? When that man is productive, you said, wait a minute, I'm a professional woman. And you're a failure. Don't tell me nothing about your profession. You're a failure if you can't keep a man. No profession can make you happy. No profession. Call yourself whatever the hell you want to. If there ain't a man in your life to make you happy, your profession can never do for you what God made man to do for you. How do you rest his mind, sister? When that man is productive, when he comes home, he needs to rest and draw strength again to go back and produce some more. You said, wait a minute.
Now, I'm going to come back because a lot of times women will hear things like that and they'll be like, no, that's not true, or whatever. But it is true. All we had to do, Kevin Samuels, unfortunately, is no longer with us. Go to Kendra G's channel. Look at how many women. I did a video on one woman who was professionally successful. She was a millionaire. Was saying, let me just get a guy that just make $100,000 a year. That's actually not that rare that people trying to make that be, say you got $1 million a minute. It's not. It's really not. Okay. Kudos to everybody who reaches that $100,000 mark and up. Okay. But she's a professional woman. How many women? Kendra G herself is a successfully professional woman. Where's her man? She had a daddy in her life too. She talks very fondly about her father. Where's the man in her life? Where is this man? Where are the men that she wants that wants her? Because Kendra's not ugly. Kendra's keeping herself together. She's around my age. She's in her 40s. She's keeping her body together. She show up plenty of times on Instagram with her bikini on and all that type of stuff. Kendra's not fat. And her body's not fake. You can tell. She's doing that with diet and exercise. Okay? But where's her man? She's intelligent. Now, we know she got gynocratic ways and all that kind of stuff. But just in the world we live, there is no reason why she shouldn't have had a man in her 20s. Shouldn't have had one in her 30s. Why? What's going on? What's going on with Black women that they don't understand that succeeding then the external 5 does nothing for your internal 5 if you're not working on them. It doesn't boost your value as a human being. It doesn't boost your value as a woman. It doesn't boost your wifely value. It doesn't do anything. If you're not working on them internal values, how they gonna get worked on? Who's working on them? Who's working on your spiritual value? Who's working on your health value if not you? Who's working on your family value if not you? You don't value the family. You will have kids with no wedding, no husband, no relationship, not even the stability of what people like to call shacking up. You don't even have that. If you're not seeing about your spiritual, if you're not seeing about your health, if you're not seeing about your family, if you're not seeing about your appearance value, if you're not seeing about your dwelling value, who's seeing about it, baby? Who's seeing about it? You got to see. Y'all want men to see about it. You want to come into a situation where you're professionally okay, but you're internally broken and insecure, and you want a man to secure all of them insecurities that job didn't do. Farrakhan was right. You be miserable with that little money y'all got. You be miserable with them little careers. You may like your career. You may like to spend the money, but who you living your life with? When you get old, you're not going to be on your deathbed talking about, man, I sure do wish I could have filed one more paper. You're not going to be, man, I wish I could sure go back to the office. No. You're going to look around and you're not going to have the husband and the children and the grandchildren and the people that loved you for you. Because you spend too much time being broken. You spend too much time fighting against femininity. Too much time fighting against the things like submission. I'm going to show you a beautiful video of a Black woman talking about submission, talking about female insight, the feminine part of a relationship. This is what men want from you that you refuse to give, because many of you don't know how to give it and you're not interested in learning it. You rather fail and fail and fail and fail in these relationships and then blame the men that the relationships fail, rather than look into your own mindset, look into how you're perceiving the world and see how you contributed to that failure, contribute to your own failure. So without further ado, let me go ahead. I'm going to share. This is a beautiful video, I thought.
I do not correct my husband. I believe that it is my responsibility to have the confidence to give him my perspective. Then we can talk about it and he can self-correct. I love him so much and I desire to honor and respect him. And I'm married to him, so I would assume that he wants me to feel the same exact way. To take my perspective into high consideration with his actions. But I married a grown man. I'm not going to be disrespectful and talk to him like a child.
This is classic what submitting should look like. It's not me bowing down. It's not me bending over backwards. It's trusting that the man I chose is going to make the right decision. And even when he makes the wrong decision, I trust that he's going to see what he did wrong and correct it going forward.
Well, I had to learn this. I do not correct my husband.
Now, let me stop sharing. Because a lot of Black women are going to have a problem with that. You don't correct. Men ain't perfect. This isn't about the perfection of men. See, when we come here, when women like me come here and we talk about submission, we talk about women's insight. Because when we talk about female nature, okay, insight is number one. And it is tied to his provision. Okay? But I would venture to say that insight is also tied to the rest of those 4 pieces, to the first 4. Okay? The reason being is because she explained that perfectly. If you're not thinking like that, you're not thinking like a wife. You're thinking like a little trifling, side piece. Maybe you're a girlfriend for a couple of years. That's wife thinking. That's wife thinking right there. That's the beauty of the insight. And too many of y'all talk about, oh, well, what if he do this? Or what if he do that? If you married to that man and he's this horrible person, that talks about your vetting process and how you judge people, not him. Because you should have never accepted his companionship to begin with, let alone his proposal for marriages. You never supposed to correct your man. This is wife thinking. He is grown. He's going to make mistakes as he called the shots. He's going to not always make 100% the right decision, but it is not your job to come behind him and be like, see, I told you, you weren't supposed to do that, just stupid. But no. You don't correct him. Let him self-correct. What you do is exactly what she said. Let's talk about it. Let me give you my insight here. Take what I say into consideration along with your foresight. So that if you made a mistake in the past about a decision that didn't quite turn out the way you were thinking and planning for it to, next time going forward, you'll have a completely different way you go about that. He's self-correct. He's a grown man that can engage. This is how you support a man's problem solving. That's how you support that. That's how you support it. That woman is not thinking independently. She's thinking we're interdependent. See, y'all talk that partnership and team stuff, but even partners and teams have interdependence, not independence. They're not in a group doing their own thing. She's not in that marriage doing her own thing. She's in that marriage doing her husband's thing. And she's supporting that thing. With her insight, she's not jumping in to problem solve for him. She's talking to him. She's being the soundboard. See, y'all don't know how to do that. Be the soundboard. Sometimes when he come and just talk to you and you're not saying a whole lot, that's your insight. He needs the soundboard. He needs to bounce these ideas off of a person he should be able to trust to give him proper insight. When he pauses, so he wants you to speak and give him thoughts, he doesn't want you to give him problem solving. That's what the conversation is about, for him to problem solve. He's not looking for you to do that. What he's looking for very specifically is for you to give your innermost feminine thought about this, whatever he's talking about. And the best way to do that is start asking him questions. Start putting your thoughts in the form of questions and let them be genuine questions. Those questions are gonna make him think deeply about what you just said. Okay? That independent stuff is killing you. You're a professional failure. That's your thing, failing at these relationships. You are a professional. If we was giving out, medals of honor about it, you'd win them all. Because you don't know the first thing about being in a relationship. You have no idea what that lady was just talking about. None. That went right over y'all heads. Most of you probably didn't even like that. You probably scrunched your nose up the whole time she was talking. That's your problem. Stop being professional failures. Start succeeding at the thing that women succeed at, which is supporting men and keeping men and bringing peace to men. It's what she was made for. The purpose of women is men. Now, before we sign off, I want to draw everybody's attention to the Black Lives Matter petition then the link to that petition is in the description box. What we're doing is holding Black Lives Matter as an organization responsible and accountable to the more than $90 million worth of donated money that they spent very little, next to nothing, coming back to the Black community that they got it from. Instead, they put it in their own pockets, friends, families, and then they stepped down, and then they didn't want to have responsibility for it. So we are trying to hold them accountable for what they have done, we as a community. So if you want to be part of that, go ahead and click on the link in the description box, sign it, share it, and contribute to it. Also, sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Are Black women being professional failures? Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.